Namaste and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to discuss why are you watching repeated numbers or angel numbers and what should be done about it. Okay. So what are angel numbers? Now, not just in the ancient traditions till now, we believe that there are people called angels. Yeah. So let me begin like that because that would give you more clarity about why do we call them angel numbers. Okay, repeated numbers, you're watching those numbers over and over again. Every now and then when you're watching those numbers. So they are also called synchronicities. They're part of synchronicities. I'll discuss synchronicities as well, but these are, these are those numbers which are which you are watching over and over again. Let's say you're watching double five everywhere, or triple five, or four times one, right? So these are called repeated numbers, and then we call them angel numbers because we believe that the angels are showing you this, especially your guardian angel is trying to show you these numbers. And who are angels? Angels are the divine guides, as the name itself suggests, that they are messengers from God, and yes, they are messengers from God. And being an advanced angel healer, I can tell you that open up to the fact that there are many divine entities around us. Okay, what your two eyes can see, the world is much beyond that. Okay, maybe science does not want to get into that realm, but metaphysics is also or already into it. And I think many great thinkers have talked about this, that we need to actually know about that level of existence. Okay, now there are dimensions, and I would not get into dimensions. You just need to understand that there are both kind of entities around you, positive as well as negative. And so the entire idea that life on earth is like a game, okay, that is played so as to be able to learn something, to experience a few things, which becomes a part of your wisdom. And just like you go into a school or you go into colleges and you earn your degrees and you become a certain level, and then you're able to you know um do take up a job or do a business. Okay, so it's like that. We have come here to experience reality as it is. However, when we are doing that, then good things, bad things both happen. Karma is developed. You need to get rid of karma as well. So, not just that the lessons are required to be learned, it's also, you know, in the process, one very important thing becomes that you need to get rid of your karmic baggage. Okay. Now, in between these, why are you watching repeated numbers? Now, repeated numbers, what is the entire idea? I can give you some possible reasons why you're watching them. I'll tell you how I started watching. So I had been at Law of Attraction. I was trying to understand life. I found life like, at a point of time. This is back in 2019, 20, especially 20 in the beginning. And then the COVID hit immediately after it. That was a time I think a lot of people started awakening spiritually. That was also a time when I started questioning the idea of why all wrong things happened with me, right? Why all wrong things have happened with me? I have done so much good. I've always, fulfilled everyone's expectations, gone beyond the expectations, in fact. Why are bad things happening with me? I should have, been in a very happy reality. And at least knowing that actually fulfilling others' expectations is what gets you into troubles. You need to fulfill your expectations, and you need to make the expectations um, in a practical manner. You need to understand the limitations of your body, mind, and soul, what you can do, what you should do, all those things. So those things we do not take into concern. And I started asking these questions. So when you start asking these questions, let me tell you, at some point of time you have asked questions, that is why you're being given answers. And spiritual awakening happens for maximum people. I've seen that in my mentees as well. Spiritual awakening happens when you first start becoming negative. Okay, you think that, oh my god, this world is like whatever kind of a place. And then you start asking, why did this happen to me? The moment this why did this happen to me comes, universe starts answering, because the universe is like very interested in answering that question. The universe wants you to know. The universe has been waiting for long. When will you ever ask this question? And that question should be like, you should ask it persistently. When you ask this question persistently, then answers are given in different forms. So at that point of time, I was introduced to law of attraction by one of my colleagues, and so I just forgot about it. Okay, I forgot about the entire idea of angel numbers and stuff. I did not think much. That was in early 2020, And then I started watching time travel movies, and then I started getting into retro causality and stuff, and started working with law of attraction. At that point of time, I had not thought that I'm going to read so many books in my life. I started writing. When I started expressing myself, a lot of negativity, came out. And the fact that that was also the time that I really grew up as a poet. Like only 1 year before I had started writing poetry, but that time was the time when my poetry became good poetry. Like, people started liking that poem. And obviously, I was never ashamed of sharing it on the social media. Even though I had a friend who said that, oh my God, what kind of poetry do you write? And you have the guts to publish them on social media. So the thing that I did was I did not stop writing poetry. I stopped talking to that person. I blocked him. And I said, in my mind, I said, you can just get lost. If as a friend, you cannot encourage me, you cannot even discourage me, I will not allow. So these were some of the right things I was doing. I was expressing myself. I started with getting rid of connections which are not serving me. And then I started asking questions. In the class when a teacher is teaching, if you have a question, the teacher is not God. And even if teacher is God, the teacher will not answer that question unless you actually ask it. Okay, that is also the rule of the universe. In Bhagavad Gita, also Lord Krishna says that do not help unless asked. Okay, so you will not be helped unless you ask. So I asked a genuine question: why did this happen to me? So the entire idea is that what knowledge is available on earth is a lot of fake knowledge. Okay, believe me, fake knowledge in the sense that it is a very very smart way of transforming human beings into robots, into mechanical beings. Okay, and a lot of good things in religion have been misinterpreted by people, and like told people in a way that serves the purpose of the dominant power, right? So the power structure, it kind of manipulates the meaning of all these things. Okay, like women have been subjugated so that men can be overpowered. No, not at all. Women have been subjugated so that men can never be happy men. Now that also brings me close to telling you the fact that we do believe that in the modern era we don't have demons and devils right out there in front of us, and even gods cannot be seen, the divine energies cannot be seen, but all of them do exist in the energy form. So the wrong things are happening because of the negative energy which is around us already. In between, you start watching angel numbers when you start doing things towards, your life purpose. Now, I'm not trying to say that you're doing things towards your life purpose like you're very close. No. Like even taking a U-turn and asking that question, like asking the right questions gets you to watch angel numbers. Like let's say a lot of human beings are born, they go under the education system which is very very regressive. I'm sorry to say 12 years into education, and I am saying that education system is regressive. uh, However, after that they go to college and whatever, and they earn their degrees, they start earning money through a job. Let's say, a certain kind of job which they absolutely hate from the depth of their hearts. But then they say that, what can I do? I have to, पेट पालना hai. I have to take care of people at home. So they don't have much trust in the universe. They don't have much trust in their own abilities, and they believe that even if I hate the job, I have to do the job because there is no other way. And obviously, the Indian education system after Macaulay, I'm hoping everyone knows about it. That the letter that Macaulay wrote, that we don't need Indians to be intelligent. We just need them to be good listeners, and they understand the work that they are supposed to be doing, and they just listen to us and do the work. So that is why we bow down. We don't have that risk taking capability. The Indian education system is built in such a way that it's only facts. There is no skill building actually. Okay. So the entire idea, coming back, when you start asking the right questions, when you start understanding that no, there is no happiness in the situation that I am, I could have perhaps been doing something else. You start watching angel numbers. Please know that when you do something different from what the rat race is doing, the rat population in the human form is doing, then you start watching angel numbers, right? I remember one of my students saying, she was in class 10th. She said, I always watch 1111. And when I Google searched the meaning, it said you are on the right path. And she said, I don't know what path is it. What is the right path? I have no idea on which path am I. So let me break that down to you today. You start watching angel numbers when You have done enough work to be open in a conversation with the universe. Now, what to do about it? First of all, let's understand the meaning of the numbers, the basic numbers. One stands for new beginnings, leadership. Okay, so some kind of new beginning is happening, and the number of times you see that one, the number of times of frequency, the magnanimity is like obviously enlarged. Two stands for coming together. It may be coming together of you and your soulmate or your twin flame. It may be coming together of you and your business partner. It may be coming together of what you're doing with the right values you should be holding. It may be it's coming together of two things or two entities or two values. Three stands for creativity. Okay, and 33 is a very highly spiritual number because in Bible, however, like you should obviously immediately you can either buy a book on angel numbers, or you can go on YouTube, or I'll tell you more how I deal with it. So three stands for creativity, wisdom, not wisdom exactly, knowledge. Like even people born on three, like I am born on 30th. And when I learned numerology, when I learned all these things, I realized that that is the reason that I take in knowledge like as though I'm eating it. Like I'm very hungry for knowledge. Like despite reading so much, despite learning so much, I still want to read and understand more and more. So three is a number of getting more knowledge, or you're being provided knowledge. Also, three in higher frequency like 33, 333, it's the presence of your ascended masters, some divine spirits who are around you. Um, Ascended masters are people like Gautam Buddha, and Jesus Christ, Prophet Muhammad. All these people who have lived in the human form and now in the energy form, they're out there to serve humans still. Four is the number of stability and divine support, and triple four is like the angels are like clapping for you, applause, huge round of applause for taking this action. Your life is reaching towards stability, because the table has four legs, the chair has four legs. When you look at a square, it looks like stable, right? So five is the number of change, transformation, and the number of times you see the five, the higher the transformation is. Okay, if you see like four times five, obviously very very big transformation is about to happen. Six, again, now some people believe that triple six is the number of devils. No, not at all. Now, six is talking about worldly happiness. Okay, when you see six number of times, it is telling you that you are about to gain worldly happiness, like things which are related to the world, abundance. Okay, seven is the number of spirituality, and the number of times you see seven, it actually indicates the entire idea of that much spiritual. Maybe there's something that has happened. Maybe you've met someone, like one of my mentees. She used to see number of sevens when she used to meet her twin flame, when she was about to meet her twin flame after a long time. So that indicated that this twin flame has a very, very high purpose. Now, she did not know what are twin flames, but she knew that number seven is that of spirituality, and this person is meant to guide me spiritually. So there's a spiritual purpose for this person. Eight, obviously, in numerology, when you talk about eight, eight is the number of Shani Maharaj. Okay. Um, so obviously you move slowly, but you move towards abundance. Now everyone knows about, and there's a very very wrong way of looking at Saturn, in a way that people think that a lot of problems will happen. Guess what? This is something that I've always told my mentees and my students, that problems are in a way important. Why? If you start living the kind of life, let's say you wake up at 10 o'clock, you have all the money provided at home, then you watch a movie, then you eat very late, and then you again go back to sleep, then you go out with friends, and then you come back and just again go back to sleep. Life is useless, let me tell you that. Very soon you'll get bored, and then you'll look for other kinds of entertainments, and deeply you'll be very very dissatisfied. You need work to make you happy, and when there are problems, you also need to find solutions. When you find solutions, then you become happy. So if you see, only problems can bring about solutions, and only solutions can bring about that sense of achieving something. So indirectly, we can say that problems are the cause of happiness, right? Like they say that parenting is something which is the most difficult job on the entire planet, but parenting is also the cause of the highest levels of satisfactions obviously the highest levels of dissatisfactions also if it's not done well and if the children don't turn out to be what they are supposed to be. So 8 is the number of abundance, again, huge abundance, money. And 9 is the number of, there's a sense of completion in the number 9. Something is about to get over in your life cycle. Like when I was about to join my last job, I was watching 999 everywhere, triple nine. When I went to give the interview on the path, I was watching triple nine everywhere. Okay. And I understood that I'm supposed to be taking up this job because the previous one is getting over. Zero, when you see zero number of times, zero means that the completion is done. Okay. The previous thing is over. You are right now at zero. Okay. You are nothing right now. Nothing means a lot of things. I hope you understand the meaning of being nothing. Okay. Because after this, a very, very new cycle is about to begin. In fact, when you see 10, 10 is also a sense of completion that this work got over well. Okay. So 0 is a powerful number spiritually, that that project is like over. Like if anyone knows about tarot, then that's like the world card. Okay. So, however, 10 is also the number of, the sense of completion that this particular project is over. Now, when you see 100, 100 means, like, you finished off very well. 1,000 further, 10,000, 1,000,000 is like you are in super abundance. You are about to reach super abundance. You are in alignment. If you see 1 lakh or 10 lakh, 1,000,000 number of times. So obviously repeated numbers I'm talking about. Now, what should you do when you watch these numbers? So there are people who have asked me things like, what should I do? And frankly, I did not think much about it earlier because I think I was like naturally very spiritual. So what should you do when you watch these numbers? Now, what should you do when you watch these numbers? Let's say one is saying that there are going to be new beginnings. Imagine that I am saying that to you. There are going to be new beginnings. Will you just listen to me and keep quiet? No, you will not keep quiet. You will ask, what kind of new beginnings, Arunima? What kind of leadership are you talking about? So then I will give you answer again. And then you will have another question. Then I'll give you answer again. This is what you need to do, my friend. You need to ask the question. You need to raise your doubts. Now, the way I talk to the universe or the angels is like, dude, you know that, I have a human brain which tends to be confused, which tends to, confuse things further. So I have had a pact with them that, show me number of times. Don't show that number only once. Show me number of times. Second thing is that when I don't understand, I have books on angel numbers, and obviously I know a lot about angel numbers, but I still go and Google search at times. And whatever meaning it shows on top, I consider that to be the meaning. And I've told my angels that, angels, the meaning that you want to share with me should be the first meaning on Google search. Even after that, if I don't understand, I say, I'm not able to understand. I'm really sorry. Please tell it to me in some other way. So then I watch it. Either someone is saying those things to me, or there is a song which is playing which tells me the meaning, or there is a social media message, post, or a video related to it on YouTube. So there are multiple ways you can talk about it. Okay. So you need to open up. Now, as I told you in the very beginning, that there are these divine energies which are trying to guide you, and they cannot guide you unless you allow them. Not just Bhagavad Gita, but even otherwise, angelic blessings can come to you only when you allow them. So, what you can do is, like, sit in meditation and tell the angels and divine energies, and I'm open to communication. If you are still not seeing all these numbers, you can tell them that I'm open to communication. Please guide me. Please support me on my journey. Please let me know where am I going wrong, where am I going right. Now, some people may feel scared about all these entire ideas because the first time I started watching Double Four everywhere, I was like scared, oh my God. So, to those people, like, don't be scared. There are many things that we cannot see, the good as well as the bad things. But when you connect to the good ones, like the good energy, they're actually trying to guide you. And it's not like cheating, okay? It's not like cheating that they are guide. They have a higher intelligence. Let me tell you about the higher self. Higher self, your higher self, is like something which is, let's say, it's having a lot of energy. Like, let's say, uh, it's like 10,000 liters, okay, of something. But when you incarnate as a human being, you're just 10 liters. But you are still that, okay? It's like a BGMI game. The person who is there, who's playing the game, now BGMI is played totally by the person only. You just see whatever, an incarnation of yourself as a character in the game. But here we have come with a human brain, and the human brain is very, very earthly. The human brain is not meant to be thinking about all the positive things. The human brain is meant to be keeping you comfortable. That's something like a scientific experiment that I'm telling you. That is what has been found. It will always guide you towards safety, fight or the flight mode, because the primitive man used to live with animals. Okay, so anytime animals could come up, so what should he do? Either he should run away or he should fight this animal. So the sense of safety comes first, how to keep you in the comfort zone. That is what the brain is about. You need to go beyond it if you want to achieve your life purpose, if you want to achieve your dreams. And that is why, if you connect with the angels, if you connect with the divine energy, divine source, it will be like comparatively much easier. Okay, I can't tell you how much number of times I actually sit down to read tarot or to ask, when these numbers are shown, sometimes I'm like shown that this work is not going to happen, don't go. And then I remember, acha, this number means this, I don't go, because number of times despite seeing that number, when I went, the work didn't happen. So it's actually a divine blessing. Believe me, there is a world beyond what you can see right now. Give up your illogical level of logicality. Okay, only because you can't see it, it's not there. That's not sensible. And connect to the angels, connect to the divine realm, and see magic happen for you. That's it for today. Signing off, Arunima.